There was once someone who did such amazing things and said such wonderful things that people just had to ask who he really was. One time, when they asked, he said, "I am the light." I see the love of God in you, the light of Christ comes shining through, and I am blessed to be with you, O holy child of God. The one that said, "I am the light," changed to be in all places at all times. See this light? How it's just in one place? Let's change the light. The light's changed. It's growing. It's becoming invisible. It's filling the room with the light of Christ. As you go about this room today, know that the light is there. And when you leave the room today, know that you take the light of Christ with you wherever you go. Now watch carefully, so you always know what today's lesson looks like. We need to be ready. This is the story of Abraham, the father of the great family. He and Sarah left Ur on their way to Haran, to the new land. And when they came into the new land, Abraham went up on a hill at Shechem to pray to God, and God was there. He prayed to God in Bethel, and God was there. And then he pitched their tents in Hebron, and God was there too. God promised Abraham and Sarah that they would be the mother and father of a great family. The family would be as many as the grains of sand in the desert, stars in the sky, and dust in the land. But Abraham and Sarah had no children. There were strangers, 3 of them, that came out of the desert and told them that they would have a child. They laughed. But a child was born, and they named him Laughter. Isaac grew. And when he was a boy, God appeared to Abraham and said, "Take your son, your only son, Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah. Offer him as a burnt offering upon the mountain." The next day he cut the wood and took a donkey, 2 helpers, and his son, and began to walk towards the mountain. On the 3rd day, they could see it. Abraham told his helpers to stay there with the donkey, and he and Isaac went up alone. Isaac carried the wood for the offering, and Abraham carried a bowl of fire and a knife. Isaac said, "Here's the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for the offering?" Abraham said, "God will provide." When they came up to the place of the sacrifice, Abraham tied up Isaac. He picked up the knife and was about to kill him for the sacrifice, when an angel came and said, "No, you do not need to do this." Then Abraham looked, and there was a ram caught in the bushes. God provided the lamb for the sacrifice. Abraham untied Isaac, and then they went down the mountain. The angel called to him again and said, "God says, I will make you the father of the great family, as many of the grains of sand in the desert and stars in the sky. And I will make you a great blessing because you obeyed me." Then Sarah and Abraham's beloved wife died, and he buried her in the cave in the field near the oaks of Mamre. After Abraham helped find a wife for Isaac, he died, and he was buried in the cave beside Sarah. Isaac and his wife Rebekah had twins, Esau and Jacob. So the great family grew. I wonder what part of the story you liked best. I wonder which part is most important. I wonder where you see yourself in this story. Is there any part about you? I wonder, is there anything here that we can take out and still have everything we need for the story? I wonder, will you think of this story today? Or maybe another one? But whatever you do today, know that you take the light of Christ with you wherever you go.